in with his advisor, Akbar Muhammad, Paul Reyes, his trainer. Will this be the last time I make such a trip? Many have suggested that he is a loss away from retirement from boxing. He himself admits, if I don't win this time out, there's no sense in me staying in this business. He's a man who at one time people thought would be in mega fights with Marvin Hagler and the like. He gets a warm reception from this crowd. The emblem on the back of his robe, the Lone Star Cobra, denoting the fact that he is, of course, from Fort Worth, Texas, and the Cobra was his nickname early on when he, as a youngster, struck so quickly with his punches that he got nicknamed the Cobra.
Well, Al, I said, Donald and me were contemporaries. In 1983, 84, and 85, there was nobody better. It was beautiful to watch.
And here's a young man who certainly was beautiful to watch the night he beat Sugar Ray Leonard, and in fact, the night he beat John Mugabe to win the Super Welterweight Championship. Terry Norris, whose brother Orlin is also a boxer, a very fine heavyweight, has come along at just the right pace as a professional. And he won the title from Mugabe, defended it against Rene Jacot, and then had the big win against Sugar Ray Leonard. It was a risk to take on Leonard, risking his title and his reputation, because it's not good if you lose to what people perceive as maybe an old man.
That's right.
Even though Ray Leonard certainly has been quite a champion. There is Terry Norris getting in for yet another title defense. And I'll tell you what, in the fashion department, both these guys have done well. I love that outfit by Norris. And they are talking some trash in that ring. Terry Norris running by Donald Curry and Akbar Muhammad, and he has a few words to say to them. Well, it's heating up early. We are just about set for this championship matchup. And it's a battle that a lot of people here think could be closer than originally anticipated. Curry came in originally at a 5 or 6 to 1 underdog. Now it is down to 4 to 1. We take a look at the tail of the tape, Ray, and anything jump out at you from that?
Well, Terry Norris's weight, 151 pounds. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, that shows he's in good shape. But, you know, he didn't have to be 151. You know, so if you don't have to be, the weight's 154. Get as close to that as possible. Either one of two things. He either dehydrated himself a little too much, he overtrained and he got a little too fine, or he says, look, this is my best fighting weight, and that's what I fight.
That's what Joe Sayadovich, he says the latter. As you look at a focused Donald Curry, he certainly hopes to be focused. They say that 151 is good for Terry Norris, and of course they would say that anyway, but he did win against Leonard, I believe, at the exact same weight. So Mr. Terry Norris, to you, is ready for the challenge of Donald Curry.
Well, you know, throughout his career, people, you know, a lot of people look at Donald Curry. He's very complacent in his corner, and throughout his career, he's been that way. He's been very calm before the fight.
Here's Jimmy Lennon with the announcement.
We welcome you to the beautiful Radisson Palm Springs Resort as Al Goosen Promotions, Main Events Monitor, and Budweiser, the undisputed king of beers, present a 10-goose boxing event. This co-feature bout is for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. This bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, President Jose Suleiman, Supervisor Haig Collegiate, along with the California State Athletic Commission, Chairman Charles Westland, Commissioner in Attendance Jerry Nathanson, the Assistant Executive Officer Steve English. Presenting the officials as appointed. Physicians at ringside, Dr. Robert Carnes, Dr. Howard Baer. Timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, John Lichty and Willie Ariola. Judging at ringside, we have from New York, Carol Castellano, from Puerto Rico, Miguel Donate, and from Mexico, Jose Juan Guerra. And introducing the referee in charge, he'll be working this, his 80th world title bout, Chuck Hassett. All right, fans, here we go. This is it, the bout you've all been waiting for. Our co-main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first the challenger. On my right, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing blue trunks and hailing from Fort Worth, Texas. His weight is 154 pounds. His record, 33 wins, 4 losses with 24 big wins by way of knockout. He is the former 2-time world champion, currently ranked the number 8 contender by the WBC. Welcome a fighter they call the Lone Star Cobra, Donald Curry. And his opponent across the ring. On my left, fighting out of the blue corner, is the defending world champion. He enters the ring wearing white trunks with red trim and representing First Fighter Squadron in Campo, California. His weight is a trim and ready 151 pounds. His record, 27 victories, only 3 defeats, 14 wins by way of knockout. Here is the WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, known as Terrible, Terry Norris.
Now, despite the fact that as we get our ring instructions now.
Chief seconds only. Chief seconds. Okay.
We go to the WBC
Gentlemen, you had your
rules.
instructions in the dressing room. Are there any questions? Any questions?
There
Okay,
they are, Ray.
mouthpiece.
10-point must system. 3-active rule
Oh, you
is
got a
not
mouthpiece.
in effect. No standing 8. You can only be saved by the
Okay.
belt in the
Shake
last
hands, good
round. So don't look for any 3 knockdown rule or a standing 8 here. And I was going to say, despite the fact that Norris is from California, very nearby here, the crowd kind of evenly divided for these 2 boxers. So we're set to go. Court 12, the WBC Super Welterweight Championship on the line. Terry Norris in white, Donald Curry in the blue.
You know, I talked to Donald Curry the other day in his room, Al. He was very confident. He said, look, Terry Norris had a great fight against Ray Leonard, but that's an old Ray Leonard. He says, I know I got good, one last one in me. He said, and I'm not convinced by this guy. He says, I'm not overwhelmed by him. He said, and I don't think he has the greatest chin.
Well, strong words from Donald Curry. Curry doing what he has done in most recent bouts. Good uppercut by Norris. Working inside. Donald Curry used to be a boxer in the old days when he was younger, but really a few years ago changed into an inside fighter, Ray.
Well, Donald kind of always was a fighter.
Oh, he's hurt. Oh. Curry hurt with the right hand already. As he was pulling out, just as he did against McCallum, he got hit with the right hand by Terry Norris.
Well, that was the other question people were saying. They were saying Donald's taking a lot of shots, the way he's been knocked out the last couple of times. It isn't just by a guy who got caught. It's been a guy who's deteriorating. He gets hit and his body doesn't shake, rattle, and roll.
And against Mike McCallum back in July of 1987 when he was trying to win the junior middleweight championship the first time he fought for it, Curry was dominating McCallum, but in the 5th round got careless, got hit with a left hook that just sent him down and out.
So the thing I noticed between Donald now and then was Donald used to move his head. He was very deceptive.
Yeah.
He'd stay in front of you, but you couldn't hit him. Now his head's not, it stays pretty stationary.
Very good point, and it has resulted in some tough times for him. So here in round 1, Terry Norris doing what he usually does, showing some movement of boxing a bit, and he has made Curry respect him. Curry not rushing in quite so much after he got rocked with that right hand.
Again, though, El, a good right hand like that, a good punch like that can wake a guy up. You know, and it doesn't necessarily mean it hurt him. It woke him up. And Donald seems to be back on track right now.
Norris working with the left. Norris, a very patient fighter. Under a minute left to go in round 1. Many accused him of being too patient against Ray Leonard, but he said to me afterwards, he said, let me tell you something, Ray Leonard was still dangerous up until almost the end of that bout. He was hurting me, or at least hitting me with some good shots.
Donald Curry's catching motion on punches, though. You know, I think it's his fight plan. Let this guy throw his punches. Let me catch him, see what he's doing, and I'll be countering in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th round.
Most of those blocked by Curry. We'll see if that does indeed end up being a strategy. Half a minute left to go in round 1. It is scheduled for 12. Well, Bernstein with Ray Mancini, delighted that you are here to see the first of 2 championship matches. So round 1 winds to a close, and it's a round in which Terry Norris found out at least he can stun Donald Curry.
Take it, Paul.
Take it.
Fine, you're waiting too long, baby. You got to be first. You got to be first, Don.
There's Donald Curry as you listen in.
Everything is coming off the mat. Let's be first. Go perfect, just settle out.
And we'll take a look, Ray, at the place at which Terry Norris landed quite a good shot.
Well, Donald's here is bobbing and weaving, keeping his hands tight, but he dropped his hand and he got hit right on top of the head. It wasn't on the chin, it was on top of the head, and knocked him, messed up your equilibrium a little bit.
And as much off balance as anything else, and that's part of the reason why Donald went back, but he did not go down, and Norris was unable to really counter or to pursue it anyway.
Round two.
We head into round two. Terrible Terry Norris in the white trunks and Donald Curry. They call him the Lone Star Cobra. He's in the blue. Norris's WBC Super Welterweight title on the line.
Again, now, some of the differences I can see in Donald Curry is, again, in the early 80s when he was considered the best pound for pound, he used to let the right hand go. He just would fire it. Right now, he's a little tentative with it.
And they told me today that even though they feel Norris is expecting the left hand from Donald Curry, they want him to throw the right more. They think that'll surprise Norris, but as you say, he's been unable to pull the trigger.
Hold your punch.
Chuck Hassett, the referee, stepping in.
Donald was always good with that right hand of the body and left hook to the chin. That was always a patented move he had in the early 80s. And I think he's trying to establish that now.
Norris with the uppercut and the straight right hand afterwards. Norris with the word champ in the back of his head. Cut out in hair. That's becoming a... Maybe Jorge Paez started that, huh? Under 2 minutes left to go in round two. Norris lands the hook. Curry responds with a couple of jabs.
Okay, break it clean. Watch no punches, Curry.
Good uppercut on the inside by Terry Norris. There's the right by Curry finally, and there's another one.
But see, again, it's a little tentative. He's pushing it instead of letting it fly. And before, Donald used to fight on the inside, let the punches go. Right now, he's not.
He became a tremendously good inside boxer. And you're right, tonight, as has been the case in some other matches, he is not throwing those punches as well.
Okay, right there.
You know, when I talked to Donald before, he said he felt that he could rely on his experience tonight. He felt that he could be a little more patient, a little more poised. He said, look, I know what I have to do. I know I can fight. He says, but I got to pick my shots. This guy's he's young, he's energetic, he can throw a lot of punches. He said, I got to look for my openings.
And we'll see if he can do that. He just landed a body shot a moment ago when Norris was on the ropes. There's a hook to the body by Curry. So Donald Curry is now starting to pick up the beat.
The offense next.
He's making Norris miss with the right hand. He got hit with that one, but he's been making him miss with the others.
And Norris has found a home for the left uppercut on the inside. Well, this is not a boxing, fancy Dan boxing match right now. They are in the center of the ring, wailing away, showing lots of technique, but it's the war. An eventful round two. And we peek into Terry Norris' corner. That's Abel Sanchez. Also, you'll hear the voice of Joe Sayedovich.
Goes out there, hand can't come down. There you go. Doing perfect. Just keep boxing. Keep using that uppercut. It's working perfect. Keep using it. Come on. Now just come again. Let me get close. Let him dance on just enough for him. Keep that jab on. Middle, Donald. Give me the right uppercut and left hook, right hand. It'll work for you, baby.
Donald Curry's corner.
Got to be first. Stop working off the jab. Come on, you got to be first, baby. D, it's your show, baby. It's your show. Come on. Let's set the tempo. Set the tempo, baby. It's your show. Okay? You got me, baby? It's your night. It's your night. Let's get busy. Come on, Donald.
Well, as the sun sets here in Palm Springs, Donald Curry doing his best to make sure the sun doesn't set on his boxing career. And he has had his moments here in the first couple of rounds. We head into round three. Curry in the blue, Norris in the white. Norris with what has become his traditional fringe, always on his trunks or his shoes.
That was a good right hand by Donald Curry that time. He just let it fly.
This is the posture that Norris had when Julian Jackson knocked him out against the ropes. They do not like to see him against the ropes, Ray.
Well, Donald just let the right hand fly like he used to do in the younger days. And that found its mark.
Good combinations by Norris. Curry doing a better defensive job, I think, in the last round or so.
Yeah, it seems like he's used to, as they said, used to feel like he had radar. He'd see a punch coming and move out of the way and make you miss at the last moment. He's done that pretty well tonight, except for the first one he got hit on top of the head. But other than that, he hasn't got hit with really anything solid.
Right hand by Curry as again Norris lays against those ropes. And that is where he can get hit by Curry. Make no mistake about it. Donald Curry coming in here. Oh, good left hands underneath by Norris. Curry coming in here off a 7-month layoff. He fought none 7 months ago. And he has had his bouts few and far between in the last several years of his career.
Well, I asked him about that again. He said, Ray, look, he said, I've had enough amateur experience, pro experience. Again, I know how to fight. He said, I need the fights. I need my body to rest and rejuvenate.
Good uppercut again by Terry Norris, and he has really found a home for that left uppercut.
Now, Donald Curry's got hit with a couple shots on top of the head this round. If it's the punch that hurts him or puts him down, will be a right hand punch down because he crouches, so he hits him on top of the head or in the temple area. That'll do it.
Good combos by Norris, but Donald Curry came back with a good right hand. And there's that right you talked about coming down on the head of Curry.
Workout.
Under a minute left to go in round 3, and it has been pretty much non-stop action. Both men throwing lots of punches. Good defense, but some getting through. Norris looking to land that right hand that you talked about. About a half a minute left to go in the 3rd round. Nothing landing there from Norris, though he threw a bunch. Again, the right hand by Norris. This is clubbing right hand that Donald Curry in the last minute or so has thrown very few punches in round 3. So in the 3rd round, the hand speed of Terry Norris comes to the forefront a little bit in the last minute of the round. So far, an appreciative crowd here in Palm Springs, and why not? They're seeing some very good boxing. Let's listen in on Donald's corner.
Then exposed to the head. We're looking for the one. Give me 2 and 3 shots, baby. 2 and 3 shots. Light, strong power. Light to the body.
And it's Terry Norris' corner.
When you adjust him, you can hit whatever you want. 3 times, bro. Push it on back of his neck. Hold on.
Here we look back on the last round. Norris against those ropes, Ray. I don't think he wants to be there.
No, because Donald just landed a very good left hook. And if he was able to double up on it or kind of or follow with a right hand, you know, Terry, hey, you know, that's the worst place you want to be, especially against somebody who has the skill and who's as dangerous as Donald Curry.
Well, what tunes do you think Meldrick Taylor is listening to there as he gets ready in his dressing room for Luis Garcia? We continue with this Super Welterweight Championship in round 4. Terry Norris in the white trunks, the champion against Donald Curry. It's the 3rd defense of Terry Norris' title. He won it from John Mugabe in March of 1990, defended it against Rene Jacot in July of that year, and then against Sugar Ray Leonard in February of this year.
Now, I can see the differences, and I hate to keep beating the fact that, you know, of yesterday and today. But again, Donald, he sees the openings, but he's just not responding. And again, I don't know if he's trying to be I know he's a patient fighter, but, you know, you gotta let the punches fly sooner or later. I don't know if he's just waiting for the openings or let the guy get a little secure, or he just can't respond.
Well, I got caught in that trap when he fought Gianfranco Rossi. I was pointing out early in the bout that very same thing, and then he started knocking Rossi down. So sometimes with Donald Curry, it's tough to rush to judgment. Though certainly your point is well taken. They are both performing well on the inside right now.
Hands off, work out.
Halfway through round 4, it's been an excellent battle. Terry Norris choosing to fight Curry more on the inside, Ray. Does that surprise you?
Well, yeah, I thought Terry was trying to use his hand speed and foot speed to confuse and frustrate Donald and tire him out a little bit. He feels that Donald's an older fellow in the past his prime, and make him use his legs a little bit.
Now Curry going to the body. Good right by Norris. A left hook that just misses. Boy, he landed that punch. I don't know what would happen. There's our Australian shot from down under. Under a minute left to go in round 4. Okay. All right, I didn't bring the A material. What can I tell you? Round 4 coming to a close, and Terry Norris is showing you some good hand speed with those combinations on the inside. But since that first round, nothing has rocked Curry.
Well, no, he's better than big hit when anything really solid. He's moving his head a little bit better now.
Curry taking a body shot from Terry Norris. Some blood coming from the nose of Donald Curry. They exchange jabs. The remaining seconds of round 4, round in which Terry Norris did quite well for himself. Is that a trend in this fight? Well, we'll see. Well, at the end of round 4, the mouthpiece of Donald Curry ends up on the canvas. As you look live here at the Radisson Resort here in Palm Springs, California, as a near-capacity crowd looks on as Terry Norris and Donald Curry battle for this Super Welterweight Championship. Here is the action, I believe, at the end of the round.
Well,
Norris landing some very good shots.
Well, what I think the main difference here is Harry's hand speed and his foot speed. But, you know, right at the end of the round right there, he's outspeeding him. But not only is he outspeeding him, but the rounds go on, his confidence is building.
Just as it did against Leonard.
Exactly.
And those excellent combinations, the right at the end of all that was what knocked Curry's mouthpiece out. 5. We move into round 5. Donald Curry starts things out with a very untentative right hand.
Terry shakes his head.
So Curry says, I'm going to unload now because I may not have a chance in a little while if I keep taking these shots.
You know, between rounds, I'm looking over at Donald Curry. He doesn't have to look with confidence on his face in the corner.
You know, in this bout, there's a fascinating connection. The ghost of Sugar Ray Leonard is kind of hovering over this arena, and I'll tell you what. Terry Norris beat Sugar Ray Leonard. Donald Curry fought for the vacant title that Ray Leonard left open and won it. And Jojo Guerra is one of the judges. He's the guy that scored the Leonard-Hagler fight, 118 to 111 for Ray Leonard. I hope he's watching this fight more closely. Whether Ray Leonard won that fight or not, it wasn't by 7 points, folks. Donald Curry, meanwhile, goes after Terry Norris. And somewhere, I'm sure Ray is watching. Good right hand by Norris. Good left hand by Terry Norris.
Donald got stung with that punch, y'all. He got hurt with that punch.
Curry came out in this round, Ray, really anxious to make a mark. And he has tried to do that, but Norris has responded.
Sometimes the body just can't respond, Al.
I'll tell you what, though, Donald Curry looks like he's in shape for this fight because he is certainly trying and throwing pretty good punches, just not as many as maybe as he wants.
He's in good shape, Al. But, you know, he looks a little drawn to me. He's sitting in the corner. Again, that's I say, doesn't have to look with confidence.
There you saw Curry not able to pull the trigger, and as you said, if there's anything about him in these recent years that jumps out at you, it's that. He used to be able to let those combinations flow. Good right by Curry, but Norris doesn't seem dazed. Look at Norris, he's talking to Curry, saying, come on, shaking his head. Norris lands a left hook and a right hand. Well, Terry Norris has been a showman in the past and continues to be right here. Throws Curry in the rope, and good job by Chuck Hatch as the referee in stepping in. Curry lands a couple of jabs. And here comes Norris back again. A half minute left to go in round 5.
Workout, workout.
Both men go to uppercuts, but Norris gets there best with his. It's been an excellent round 5 for Norris, but one in which Curry had his moments also, thus making it an exciting round. That'll do it for round 5.
All right. Come on, Chuck, watch his head, watch his head.
We move into Terry Norris' corner. Let's listen in.
Give me a towel.
His dad Orland is the man you can see in the back there. And there's Donald Curry. Well, Terry Norris has been a, well, some call it showboating, some call it showmanship. What do we call it? And then, it's not enough to do that. He comes back with some shots. And Curry continuing on, Ray. And against the ropes, though, still, I don't think where Norris wants to be.
No. Out of the ring. That's 6.
We move into the 6th round. We're heading toward the halfway point of this WBC Super Welterweight Championship match. In the white trunks, it is Terry Norris, the champion, and Donald Curry, the challenger, and he himself formerly was a junior middleweight champion, which is the same as Super Welterweight, and he was the welterweight champion as well. In what many have dubbed Curry's last stand. Nice jab by Curry. Where's that punch been?
We hope it doesn't resemble Custer's last time.
Yeah, we hope not. Norris landing and Curry moving backwards. Ray, Curry's jab from time to time has been effective, but he has not been able to use it much.
Again, all I can say is he's tentative in throwing his punches. Even the jab. He's not letting them go. He's thinking about every shot he's trying to throw, and that's when you get in trouble.
And from this angle, you see the footwork of Terry Norris, which is really superb. This young man is an excellent boxer and uses that good foot speed to his advantage.
Hold it there. No more pressing.
A warning by the referee to Norris for holding Donald Curry's head. You had that done to you a couple times in your career, didn't you?
A few times? I've done it a few times in my career.
We're halfway through round 6, and that other voice you hear is the former lightweight champion, one of the great boxers of our era, Ray Boom Boom Mancini. I'm Al Bernstein, and these two guys are putting on a good show, Terry Norris and Donald Curry.
Donald calling with that jab against a quick fighter like Terry Norris, he'll be out of the way in a moment. You have to let the punches fly. Jab, shoot the right hand, hook up, whatever you're going to do, but you can't polish it.
Well, one of the nicknames for this card tonight is Bombs Among the Palms. Well, we've seen some thrown. Both men have been throwing big shots in this bout. There's the right by Norris starting to get in. Terry Norris is not a huge knockout puncher. In his 27 wins, he has 14 KOs. But he does have enough pop to hurt people. Had Ray Leonard down several times. And right now, he's landing some pretty good right hands to the head of Donald Curry. But Curry fights back with a left hook underneath.
Okay, hold it there. Pick it up again.
Well, the final minutes, I should say, of round 6. It's been another good round for Norris, but a round in which Curry just landed 2 good left hooks. Okay, this is heating up.
Hold it there. Hold it there. All right, now you know what it's on. Right there.
Again, we move into Terry Norris's corner.
Don't do nothing single. Give me 2 or whatever you do, baby.
Watch that, Martha. Watch it out right there.
Absolutely perfect, Bubba. Absolutely perfect.
And as they think Norris is perfect, we see why Joe Sayatovich would say that, Ray.
Boom, see that double hook? That's still a trademark of Donald. Bang the right side. That's flashes of yesteryear.
Now, that wasn't perfect for Norris, but he did have some excellent moments in that last round, and I think this will be because Terry Norris is landing against Donald Curry. There's those double hooks again by Donald. That was toward the end of the round. Norris himself, though, landed at the end of the round a very good combination.
Seconds out.
Into round 7 we go. As night falls here in Palm Springs, California, we hope that all of you around the world are enjoying this super welterweight championship match between Terry Norris in the white trunks and Donald Curry in the blue. And Donald Curry comes after Norris and gets him against the ropes.
Right-hand elbow.
Well, both corners are worried about some illegal tactics. They're worried about Donald Curry using his head as an instrument of destruction in Norris's corner, and in Curry's corner, they are worried about the holding of the head by Norris. Good right hand by
Donald Curry. But you know, Terry Norris, this is a tremendous, strong, young champion. He feels invincible right now. But Donald's hitting him with good shots.
Good right hand by Curry. Norris laying on the inside of Curry, which is where Curry will get it. Good right. There goes the mouthpiece, and they will stop it here in California. That's a rule here in California. The fans are booing, but that is the rule. But you're supposed to wait for an appropriate moment to stop it. And they stopped it right away, which probably gave Donald Curry an advantage. And Curry comes back after being hurt.
But this Donald seems to be trying to put it all together this round. And Terry Norris, the proud champion.
A low blow by Donald Curry. Way low. Hey, the referee says no, I don't buy it. Well, that was a low blow. I'm shocked that the referee did not give Terry Norris some time to recover. And that may be a big advantage for Donald Curry. Again, a low blow by Curry. Will the referee warn him? No, nothing.
This is flashes of brilliance by Donald Curry. But how many of these flashes does he have left, Al?
Well, he is fighting better, make no mistake about it. But he got 2 big advantages in this round. He was hurt, his mouthpiece fell out, and the referee immediately jumped in to stop the action. And secondly, Curry hurt Norris with a low blow, which the referee didn't acknowledge, and wouldn't give Norris any chance to recoup.
Take him out.
However, Curry is having a better 7th round.
That's the holding behind the head we were talking about. He's pulling them forward, muscling them around the ring. But Terry, you know, I don't want to keep beating up about Donald Curry about yesterday and today. Terry Norris is a tremendous champion.
Good hook by Curry, and a right by Donald Curry. It's a war now. Some of it precipitated by the low blow by Curry. Again, Norris holding on that head, but part of it is that Curry leans in. Half minute left to go in this round. It's been an excellent round. A right hand by Norris.
Get off his head, Don.
Well, we'll remember round 7 for lots of reasons. Some of it's good boxing action. Good hook by Curry. Norris with a combination. Big right hand hurts Donald Curry. He's down. In the waning moments of round 7, Donald Curry goes down.
6, 7. Hey, you okay?
He beats the count and the bell.
In the art world, people can always smell a phony. That's why I use Right Guard Sport, the stick with maximum protection. As a great artiste once said, one should be remembered for inspiration, not perspiration odor. Right Guard Sport. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Super crisp, super spirals. McCabe, what have you done to my fries?
We've spiced them up.
All right.
We've crisped them up. Brilliant. We've even curled them up. Excellent. McCain has taken its famous super fries, dipped them in light batter, and surrounded them with bite after bite of crispy, crunchy, super spicy satisfaction. Straight ahead or curled around. New Super Crisps and Super Spirals from McCain. You'll love what we've done to your fries.
Hi, I'm Donald Boucher, Canadian and Commonwealth champion. Watch me on June the 4th, going against Mickey Hughes, live on TSN. It's going to be a knockout.
Boucher versus Hughes live Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern on TSN.
Terry Norris feels he has to go out and jump on Donald Curry. He feels that Donald Curry's probably at the end of his rope. But Donald Curry's got to make his last stand. This is a very decisive round right here.
Norris is boxing and letting Curry come forward, probably wanting to counterpunch him, I would think.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
Now that was Terry Norris jumping into Donald Curry.
Angry words from the corner of Terry Norris. They're yelling at Chuck Hassett. They're saying, watch the fight. He hits him low all the time.
Let go.
There's no question there have been some low blows, as Norris has held the head of Donald Curry. The crowd picks up the chant for Terry Norris, yelling, Terry, Terry.
Let go, guys.
Certainly this is Terry Norris country here.
You're holding, you're hooking. Stop.
Chuck Hassett tries to get in and break the two, and instead Norris lands a left hook.
Work out, work
So Donald Curry down in the seventh round has recovered somewhat here in the eighth. In the first minute of the round anyway. But he is looking a little shaky, Ray.
Well, Donald's right now, again, he's been getting with some good shots, sapping his strength.
Norris pushed him off and nailed Curry with a good shot. Donald Curry looks tired right now.
Yeah, he does. His body seems to be wearing down.
And in truth, this is his history in recent bouts. He has gotten tired when he has had to go past 5 or 6 rounds.
Again, now, he's had a lot of amateur experience. He's catching up to him. He's had enough pro experience. You know, your body wears down eventually.
A right hand by Curry doesn't land solidly. This is about the time against Michael Nunn when Curry got tired.
But that heart don't wear down. And that's why he's here tonight. This is why he's showing a tremendous performance.
Yeah, he has not fought badly, Donald Curry.
No, not at all.
A very good young champion.
He's into it against a younger, stronger guy at this point.
Don't lay on him.
This has not been an easy match to referee, but Chuck Hassett has had his lapses. Good. Left and a right by Curry. Norris shakes his head yes this time. Yeah, that time you got me, but hits him with an uppercut.
But the far and in between now, the far and in between.
Oh, big uppercut by Norris. Curry is hurt. A right hand by Terry Norris. Another right to the side of the head. Donald Curry's holding on. He's ready to go down. Curry in trouble. A half minute left to go in round 8. Terry Norris trying to finish him off. A big right hand by Norris. Curry goes down and he's hit as he's going down. Donald Curry is bleeding. He's down. And he does not look like he'll get up. It's over.
Don't touch it.
Terry Norris has retained his WBC super welterweight crown. A fallen Donald Curry valiantly fought against this young champion, but unfortunately it came to this end. We hope Donald Curry will be all right. He took a bad pounding in round 8.
I think he's just more tired. His body's drained than he is hurt.
And on top of everything else, as he was going down, Curry was hit with yet another right hand.
That's Terry Norris. He's shown himself to be a tremendous champion.
He's had a series of excellent performances.
I'm very impressed by him. Very impressed.
And Donald Curry is up. We take a look at the end of the fight. The hand speed and the power of Norris coming to the forefront. This is where Donald Curry had some good moments. And after that, though, it was all downhill for the Lone Star Cobra. Big right hand by Norris. There is no quit or dog in Donald Curry. He was hit as he was going down by Norris. Something Norris did to Ray Leonard. And one of these days is going to get him in big trouble and get him disqualified, which it did early in his career. Here it is again. There was that last punch, although Curry wasn't quite down yet. No disputing, I don't think, the power of Norris. He's shown it in recent fights.
Well, I'm very impressed by Terry Norris. I mean, he is a good champion, a solid champion. He proved it. This is his time.
And as he put away Donald Curry there, he defended his title now successfully for the third time. And
Ladies and
got the announcement. Let's go.
we have the time. 2 minutes, 53 seconds in round number 8. The winner by way of knockout, and still the WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Terrible Terry Norris.
There he is. This crowd appreciative, and he will no longer be known just as the man that beat Sugar Ray Leonard, which he shouldn't have been from the beginning. Terry Norris carving out a place for himself as a champion.
Absolutely. I think he's the rising star of the boxing today. I think he's going to be a champion for quite a while.
Could very well be. Ray Leonard said he thought that Terry Norris was his heir apparent, if you will. Norris certainly could even jump up into the middleweight division, but right now, quite happy at junior middleweight or super welterweight, if you will. For Donald Curry, is this the end of the line, Ray?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He said this was his last fight. There's nowhere else to go. I think he knows it. It was a good career. Excellent. It was a great career. And just time to say goodbye and, you know, pack it in and go home, be with his wife and make babies.
All right, so Donald Curry goes out with a valiant effort against Terry Norris, even if it is one that ends up being a losing effort.